Hey, what's up, all? How's it going? Thanks for tuning into Nerdology 5280. If you don't know by now, my name's Jamie, and welcome to my newest review. It's just a simple, basic review, nothing special. There might be minor spoilers, but I'm not going to spoil anything of the major plot, major story, or anything like that. But what I'm going to be talking about is Luke Cage. If you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing? You just stop watching the video right now. Go watch it. Now, actually watch the video to know if you're going to enjoy it or not. I highly recommend it. I loved it. Loved it. To me, personally, I thought it was my favorite overall. I mean, for Series 4 on Netflix. Loved every single minute of it. I don't know if that's going to be the same for you. I haven't heard from a lot of other people yet. All I've heard is, from the major reviewers on what they like and, all that stuff and who they enjoy, what they liked best and all that stuff. So, most of my friends are still getting through it. They didn't watch it as quick as me, which I just have a tendency to do that. So, to kind of go over it without doing any spoilers or anything like that, if you haven't listened yet, I have a Unleashing podcast where my buddy Ryan, my co-host on the podcast, we talk all about Luke Cage. We dive into some of his older comics and talk about some of the team-ups and all this stuff, with him and whatnot. And, kind of dive into his backstory. So please go check that out because I don't want to get into all that. We spent over an hour talking about all that stuff. So, yeah, go check that out. As for the series, it's 13 episodes like every other Marvel Netflix series. You already have Daredevil, 2 seasons, Jessica Jones, 1 season. This picks up right after the last one, kind of right after Daredevil and after Jessica Jones, everything that was happening. You have the same, of course, if you've seen Jessica Jones, you've already seen Luke Cage. You kind of see what he's about. He hasn't changed much between there and here. It's still building up his story, building up his backstory. This, you learn a lot more about where he came from, how he got his powers, all that stuff, where in Jessica Jones you did not learn that. The big twist about this, and the big thing with this whole series, is it is way different than the other ones, as in, it's got your music in it that is, it's just incredible. The music is what drives this show, in my opinion. If the music wasn't there, it wouldn't be the same thing. I mean, just the lyrics you see, or hear, all the other, the groups that come through it, the club that they're based out of, every little thing in it is based around the music, and it just makes the show. Also, it's interesting because this show was filmed, I don't think with this intention, but it kind of goes along with what's going on today, and you see the whole Black Lives Matter movement and all that stuff. I'm not going to get into that because this is not meant for that. But this does show what it took for, a black superhero and what they needed to go through to be able to prove themselves and not also get attacked by the rest of the population, the police, all that stuff, and showed what they had to go through. It was a very kind of taking you back somewhat to what a different race had to deal with when they were trying to prove themselves and show that they were better than, what, the public perceives them as, and change their whole perception and all that stuff. So it's a lot more of a meaning to this show and a lot deeper, into the whole plot and what's going on. There's a lot more there than what you've seen in previous Marvel Netflix shows. This one definitely dove way into that. You might not agree, you might agree, who knows? That's not the whole point of this. Enjoy the show. Yes, you can read into it a lot, and I did read into this a lot more than what I have with other Marvel Netflix shows, and just in shows and movies and music, all that stuff, a lot more. But I think for me to understand and really enjoy this, I needed to do that, and I needed to read into it a lot more. It's actually got me wanting to go start the series over again and see a lot more, and see some of the stuff that I've missed, and that's with any show or any movie, especially these type of shows. You're not going to get it quite on your CBS shows or ABC, NBC, all that stuff. The ones that don't have the long-standing history like this. You're not going to have those little Easter eggs and those little things that you might miss and all that. Where these Marvel shows, even the DC and the movies and all that stuff, there's going to be Easter eggs. There's going to be a lot more of a backstory where if you go see it a second time, watch it a second time, you'll be able to read a lot more into it. But back to Luke Cage, yeah. Every single episode had me just like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? This is incredible. And it just got better and better and better. And towards the end of the season, some of my favorite parts showed up. The final battle that you see. I'm not going to spoil with who it is or anything like that. There is a cameo in here. You have seen him in the trailer. He did show a brief appearance in the trailer. His music is in here too, and it had to have been my favorite appearance, and I believe that was episode 12 that he showed up. A famous hip-hop artist, so just keep an eye out for that when you get to episode 12. And you'll know who I'm talking about, because I just love that part. I thought it was not only funny, but there was a lot of, it was just well played out with where they put it in and how it was evolved and all that. But yeah, it was, I just can't say enough about it. When you watch the series, yeah, it is all, it is awesome that they were able to take and cast all these black actors and actresses and all that stuff into it to make it more realistic for where the setting was, because it is based in Harlem, and that's the population there. A lot of the population there is that, at least from my understanding. I could be wrong. I've never visited it, so please don't hate for that. Let me know in the comments below, if that is correct. From my understanding, for what I've seen from news and seen in, even music videos and stuff like that, that's what the population has been. And that's what they're trying to represent. They're trying to give it that Harlem feel and make you feel like you're actually in Harlem. So yeah, I guess that's enough babbling. If this doesn't help sway you, maybe the show's not for you. Watch the first few episodes. Give it a try. See if you like it. You don't have to watch the 2 Daredevils or Jessica Jones. You don't have to do that. It stands on its own, but also it ties into the whole Marvel Netflix universe, and it will tie into the next upcoming one, which is Iron Fist, and then, of course, the team-up of all of them called The Defenders, which is later on next year. So, yeah, hey, hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, let me know in the comments below. Let me know your favorite episode, your favorite part, maybe something I missed, let me know. Other than that, please hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Also, I adjusted my mic a little bit, so I don't know how the mic sounds on here. It's kind of a test just to see how it goes about. So let me know in the comments below about that. Also, social media, all that fun stuff. Got a lot of videos coming out, other little fun things, another review up here soon, whatnot. So yeah, please, hit that follow so when I drop new videos. As always, though, please don't forget to unleash your inner nerd, and I will see you next video. Peace.